Hi, it's Jared from Strongrootsfarmoh. Welcome back to the farm. Today we're going to answer the question, what is the cheapest way to gain knowledge and know-how when it comes to running a small farm or a homestead? Now, I'll be the first to admit there is no replacement for experience, but oftentimes experience in this game can be very expensive, even bankruptcy expensive. This is why I believe the first $100 you spend before you start your homestead or your small farm is by buying books. Now, I hate to read. I'm not a big reader. I don't read for enjoyment. I want a short, sweet, to the point book that tells me how to do it exactly. A roadmap to what I want to do. That's why I like YouTube. Most people show what I'm looking to do, and it's in video form. I don't have to read it. But there's a wealth of knowledge in books that I cannot translate to you just through YouTube. So today I have compiled my list of best books for small farmers and homesteaders. I've put these together, and I want to give you a warning first. These are only books that I have read. So I'm not going to recommend a book to you if I don't personally own it and have read it. So if you find that your favorite homestead or farming book did not make my list, it's because I haven't personally read it yet. Comment it down below. That way I know to check it out, and my viewers can also check out your favorite book as well. So stick around. I'm going to take you through all of them, and I've broken them down by topic. It's coming up right now. All right, let's get started. So the very first topic is going to be broad spectrum, overall arching farming books. More of the motivators to get started. And we've got some well-known artists, and you'll see some of these names repeated. So the very first one is an artist that everybody knows. In fact, Joel Salatin is a guy who I think his number one talent is speaking and writing. Daniel, his son, is running most of his farm. And so I would recommend that you pick up this book, You Can Farm by Joel Salatin. It's a very good overall arching book that talks about many different things that they do on their farm and ways that you can get started. It's not a super detailed down to the nitty gritty of everything, but it will give you some great knowledge to get started. So this is one of the first books I read, actually, and I highly recommend this book. The other book for an overarching farm is the Farmstead book by Sean and Beth Darty, the independent farmstead here. I highly recommend this book. There's a lot of good stuff in there. The one warning I'm going to give you about this book is that a lot of what Sean and Beth do revolves around their dairy cow. Personally, I never recommend that your first animal be a dairy cow. But if you're looking to do that, this book will be a big for you. But I want you to be warned, if you read this book and you never thought about getting a dairy cow, you don't drink raw milk today, there might be some convincing things in this book that would lead you to that, and I would be hesitant. But other than that, wonderful book. Next topic is gardening or market gardening. So I believe every farm or homestead should have its own garden. You should learn to raise your own vegetables, and mainly because I think it's better for you to kill your tomato plants than it is to kill a cow on day one as you get started. And so there are two main books, and they're the only two gardening books I recommend when it comes to building a garden. I have used these books for years, and the very first one is The Urban Farmer by Curtis Stone. I really like this book. It's sweet, short, to the point. It gives detailed instructions, exactly how to do things, how big your bed should be, the tools you should use, the seeds you should use. A third of this book actually goes over individual crops, actual seeds, how to use them. Now, I will warn you on Curtis Stone, his main thing is making a profit on a small acreage. So if you're looking to sell vegetables at a local farm stand, great book, and that's really where he leads you. Now, he'll help you with everything. But if you're looking to grow food for yourself, some of his numbers I wouldn't pay attention to. But the way to grow them, this book is going to show you how to do that. The next market gardening book is The Market Gardener by J.M. Fortier. Another very good gardening book, same principles. So these books go hand in hand. Curtis Stone, J.M. Fortier, they're very like-minded guys on the way that they garden. J.M. Fortier's book will talk a little bit more about crop rotations and land orientation kind of stuff than Curtis Stone's book does. I like a lot of stuff in his book as well. Both of these guys are still doing something in the same faction today. J.M. Fortier has a larger farm that is focused on taking what he did in his book and multiplying it by 20 basically. Whereas Curtis Stone, I think his show now is called Off Grid with Curtis, and he's doing more off-grid style farming versus larger production city style urban farming. But both of these books, these are the two books you need to garden, and I haven't found that I really need another one, but both excellent books for gardening. All right, so you got interested in it, you've bought your small farmer homestead, you started a garden, now you're looking at getting some animals and building some stuff. So the next two books are just simply books of plans or how-to books on building some different things. And so the first one is going to be the chicken tractor that I highly recommend, which is the Siskovich tractor. So this is a book by John Siskovich. It is his chicken tractor plan. John Siskovich has the Siskovich chicken tractor. It's his design. So this is very cheap. You can buy it on Amazon. It's a simple download, or you can go to farmmarketingsolutions.com, I believe, and it'll all be down in the description. Everything today in the video will be down there, but I believe it's cheaper there. I found it on Amazon for about 12 bucks, but I originally paid like $5.99 or $4.99 for this thing. Of course, it's been 15 years ago, from his website. So check out his website. It'll be cheaper there for you, but I highly recommend if you're looking to build a chicken tractor, whether it's for layers or meat birds, this is the way I would go. Now next, the book, another Joel Salatin book, but he doesn't actually like this book too much when I talk to him. This is called Polyface Designs. It has a lot of carpentry projects, and if you can use a saw and a drill and look at a picture and build something, this is going to have it for you. It's got measurements, it's got everything that they use and how they built it and some of their design stuff. I do recommend that you adapt it to you. Don't try to multiply everything that Salatin does. Start small, do things a little different. But this is going to be a very good idea book for you on how to do things, and it will even give you some ways on how to build things if you're not really familiar with designing your own things. So I believe Justin Rhodes, the Abundant Permaculture guy, helped him with this. But this is another good book when you're looking at building stuff on your farm or your homestead. Now you've got some infrastructure and it's time to grow your pastures. So whether you're going to go cattle or chickens or lambs or goats, it doesn't really matter. The next step is building quality pastures. And we actually have the book, Quality Pastures, from Alan Nation. Highly recommend this book. He does go into some microbiology stuff. He goes into the grass. And so if you're not really familiar with pasture management or what grasses look like or you should do, this is a very good book to get you started. The next pasture book that I read that I really like is Fertility Pastures by Newman Turner. This book is How Did Grandpa Do It? That's a good way to overarch, give you the book here. This is a lot of old school ways of farming, but there's a lot of stuff in here that kind of made a light bulb click in my mind when it came to pastures. So I highly recommend this book. It's another one that I would definitely check out if you're looking about pasture management or growing stronger, better, more versatile pastures. Next one, same topic, but this is Dirt to Soil by Gabe Brown. Gabe Brown is known as one member of the Carbon Cowboys, if you're familiar with those guys. I really like this book. He's a good guy. I've watched a lot of his stuff as well. I will tell you, though, this book is more focused. Gabe Brown is a large agricultural farmer guy. They do soybeans and corn and some other things. It's not just grass-fed beef or whatever, but they have everything. And so he does talk a lot about soil management and what your soil should look like and how to build those. And so I really like this book for building soil. But no, this could be whether you're a 20-acre guy or a 2,000-acre guy. This can really help you as far as soil management, but it's not specifically pastures. So I wanted to give you that point. All right, so you've got your pastures, and now you're looking to get some cattle or whatever animal you would like. But today we're going to talk about cattle. That's mainly what we do here on our farm. And so another Salatin book, the grass-fed beef book that he has. I really highly recommend this book. It was one of the beginning books that I read from grass-fed beef, and he calls it salad bar beef, but good book. Salatin is more of a wordy person than I like in a book. There are some my favorite books coming up here in a second, but I really did like this book. If you're a person that likes and enjoys to read, you'll like Salatin more than maybe Alan Nation or a couple other guys that I've recommended. I like more of a scientific mindset in a book. I would rather read a tech manual than read a novel. But Salatin has a pretty good mix of knowledge and storytelling. That's why he's such a good author. But this is a good one to get you started if you're looking into cattle and looking to do grass-fed beef specifically. My next book is probably my favorite book in this entire list. This is Grass-Fed to Finish by Alan Nation. Now, this is a very more technical book. Alan Nation is not a wordy person like Salatin kind of is. And it talks a lot about seasons. It talks a lot about grass growth cycles, a lot of those kind of things. It's not a hard read. It's not like reading a tech manual like I would like, but it's a very, very good book. The reason it's my favorite is because there were so many technical things that this book helped me with when I was just starting out, that it really changed the way I raise cattle. Now, I've changed a lot of things over time, but this book definitely is one of my top books that I would continue to revert back to and look at and fold pages over and that kind of thing. So in this list today, I've got some favorites, and this is one of them. The last group of books here, once you have cattle, you need a safe way to work them. And I recommend you probably have this built before you get the animals. These all come from one author, because she is the Woe Man. And we are talking about the one, the only, Temple Grandin. So we have two books that I'll flash up here from Temple Grandin. Humane Livestock is one, and then Working with Farm Animals is one. Both of these are great books. The Humane Livestock one has better diagrams, I felt like. So if you're looking to build a handling or working system, that book has the diagrams. And Temple Grandin has a lot of books out there. If you're not familiar with who she is, she was one, I believe, maybe even the first PhD in America from an autistic woman. Okay, so she has a lot of stuff about autism. Most of her books, in fact, are about autism, but her autistic, overthinking got focused on cattle handling systems, and she became the overarching knowledge of change that came to the Smithfields and the Cargills and those guys in the large butchering cycles or facilities. So in that, know that her books, if you look up her name, you're going to see a lot of autistics books, and that is why. There's also something better, because I like to sit and relax and watch TV every now and then. She has a movie, and you probably should check this out. Now, like I said, everything will be down in the description, but her movie, to get it sent to you on DVD, is only like $9. And if you have a DVD player and you're a person who likes to travel or whatever and watch DVDs, or your kids have them, you need to own this movie. I'm just telling you, it is a good family, wholesome movie. You do not have to care about farming to enjoy this movie. It is a great watch. If you have Amazon Prime, it is also on Amazon Prime. I'm showing that picture there. That is the cover picture of it. And I've flashed her name here a couple times because the spelling is a little different than you may think. But this movie, if you want to get a glimpse into who and how Temple Grandin came to be, you should check out this movie. And I promise you, it will not be a waste of your time. It is a good movie. It is up there in the top 10 of all movies that I've ever watched, including the 50 Adam Sandler movies that I've watched. Okay, well, there you have it. I recommend all these books to you. Like I said, I have personally read and own all of these books. A few of them might not be on my shelf because they're loaned out right now or whatever, but I own all of these. So I'm not doing this for the Amazon affiliate links, but no, all of the links to every book is down there, and they are Amazon affiliate links. So if you do buy them, it does help our farm a little bit. But all of these, I believe, are good information to help you as you get started. And I like books for the simple fact of you can fold over a page, you can highlight, you can underline, and then you can go back and reference it later. So when you're watching a video or whether you're getting a farm consult or whatever it is, you're only taking in a certain percentage of what's being said. Whereas if you own the book, you can reference back to it by folding those pages over of something that meant something to you. You can always look back and highlight. And so that's why I like books, even though I'm not really a reader. I really kind of hate to just sit down and read. I feel like I need to get up and go and do something else. But this is a wealth of knowledge, and literally for $200, you could buy all of these books, and it will save you thousands of dollars when you go to start a farm or a homestead, or if you're already there and you're working in it, It'll prevent you from making more mistakes and help guide you in the right way. I have read a bunch of books over time. I've watched a bunch of videos, but this is kind of the main ones that I would recommend and stick to start. But that being said, I haven't read them all. So if you know one that you like that is better and you think I'm wrong about one of these books, feel free to comment down below. But I'm really interested in another book that you guys think I should read or that my viewers should read. So make sure you comment those down below. As we always say, there you have it. I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Come along with us. Until next time, have a good one.
Please like the video and subscribe.